Welcome to Online Learning with Rana. I am your instructor Rana Shadad. So we are creating a CMS content management system. So previously we created jQuery function for our sidebar, and now let's move to our database section, and where we will create some tables like categories, brands, products, customers, and all. Remember that this site CMS is for e-commerce site. So keeping in view CMS database schema, we will create the tables for that. So let's begin. Okay, close. Open your browser, localhost, go to PHP, my admin. There is a bunch of databases that we have created. So we are working on the database login system. So click on it. We have one table user, that is a login. Okay. First table that we will create a categories. It will be a for category. So create table category, a number of row, a number of columns that will be required, 3 column, category ID, category title, and category date. So give it 3. Click row. Let me create first name, type, and I will explain when I will finish it. So first one is cat ID, tab integer, length 10, auto increment. Cat title, type will be text, length no length, and third one cat underscore date, date will be timestamp, this one. Okay, first one is name, category ID, that will be set, and we have set its type integer, the whole integer, and its length is a 10-digit integer. So there is a tiny integer, small integer, medium integer. It depends upon your schema. It's depend upon the site that you are creating, for how many categories it will take. Just keep in mind, and that we have to set. So if we give a 10 digits length, go to calculate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think it will be around about a billion, 1000 crore. So that how many category you will create are 10,000 crores. So it depends upon your site how it will take. So I am setting it at 10 digits integer, keeping a margin and space and all that, because the schema will define this side will not be bottleneck. So if you set it to tiny, and it will take only 100,000 categories, and when the site moves forward, goes on, and it's take more than 100,000 categories. So the schema is defined only once, and you cannot change it in the future. Maybe when you change, it will hit all the production. When a site is in a production environment and goes have 3 or 4 or 5 years on, and lots of followers and members and all that, so it will be difficult for you to change the schema. So set your schema according to your more than margin. So keep at 10 digits is the normal practice. So it will take billions of categories. I don't think so. It will a site will cater with a billion of sites. So I've set the category ID 10 digits, category title text because it will be a text, and category date and date type is there is a date, time and timestamp. The difference what will be the between date, it will take only date, and date time it will take a time, and timestamp it will both take date, time, both will be included in that. So that's great. Click on save. We have created a table category. Same like that, a table will be for brands, 3 column, brand ID, integer 10, auto increment, brand title, that is the text, brand date, timestamp. So brand ID, brand title, brand date, integer, text, timestamp, auto increment selected. When I selected it is the auto increment, so the ID will be autoly incremented. You do not have to increment manually. So the database will automatically increment the next ID. Okay, save. Now the third table will create for products. And how many columns will be required? I think the product ID, and we will include category ID, brand ID, date, product title, image 1, image 2, image 3, image price, description, product keyword, status. When we calculate, I think it will be 12 column. Okay, 12 column. First one is product ID. I will copy this one because I will need it. Product ID, integer, 10 digit, and again how many products you can create. I have set a length 10. It will take 100, 1000 billion, 1000 crore. So it will become 1 billion for products that we can create in a database. Auto increment it. Cat ID 10, brand ID, and so why I am creating cat id and brand id here in product. So I will explain it when we create fetch its data from database. So when we require a multiple data from more than one table and its relation will become one to many, so if there is a binding, joiner will be required in when we do development in PHP. So that's why we are creating a cat id and cat. We will select product id and depend upon cat id. So when we will select a category id, laptop, for example laptop, desktop computer and any other, so the product will be the laptop, will select the category laptop. So it's a brand and product. Brand HP have how many HP has a product, so it will link up. So joiner will be required in a development. So this point will be explained and you will understand thoroughly when we develop in a development phase. Okay, brand ID, date, timestamp, date, timestamp. And is set to current timestamp and will set it current timestamp. Okay, we will change. We will have to change in category ID and brand ID the date, the default current time. Okay, date, product underscore title, text, image 1, text, image 2, text, image 3. Right. It depends how many images you want to set with the one product. More than I have set only 3 images, so it's quite enough. Depend on you how many images you want to show with the product. Product image, product underscore price. Price will definitely be a integer type, int, and price again I am taking it at 10 digits. And when you count a price a billion, it will take, I think, in the billion, 1 billion. So I think so a product cannot be more than 1 billion price. It may be $10, $15, $3, $100, $50, $50,000, $100,000, but cannot be a billion. Okay, depend upon you how decide that you are creating for what product you are, what the actual or the final product that you are creating. Okay, product description. Description will be text, okay, product underscore keywords. Product keyword that will be used for search engine for a SEO point of view. So it will be text, it's a simple navigation when you go to a site and search any product. So you have to give in some keywords. So we will take that keyword and take a search engine on that keyword. Okay, product keywords, and finally the status. What status is in a stock or not. So it will be a text. Okay, let's have a once again have a look. Product ID integer, cat ID, brand ID integer, date, timestamp, current timestamp, product title, product image, text, product image 3, product price integer 10 digits, product description text, product keywords text, and status obviously text. When you have it, click on save. Quickly make another table, customers, and how many fields will be required. 10 customer ID, name, email, password, country, city, contact address, image, and IP. Customer ID, copy the first one, then customer underscore name will be varchar, variable character. A name can be a digits, alphabetic, numerics, and so why we have to set a varchar. A special symbol will be code. So the integer type of the customer name will be a varchar, and depends upon how many characters username can take. So I will give 100. I think a maximum 100 character will be okay for customer name. Email again varchar, and set it to 100. Email password in varchar. So depends upon your password policy. What will be the 30 character, 15 character, 20 character, 50 character, or 100 character. So it depends upon you how will you set. The normal practice is, so it will be must be 30 character or 50 character. So we will set take a little bit more margin, 100 character. Okay, customer password, customer country will be text, and no length for text. Okay, city. Okay, let me create. I am pausing. When I will create, I will be back. So okay, I have completed customer city text, customer contact varchar, variable character, customer address and text, and customer IP. IP will be used for to locate the user IP. So who, what else, or who is giving order or creating customer IP. So we have to locate our customer IP for all the e-commerce. This is the basic and the core concept of e-commerce website. You have to track IP of the customer. So one thing I have forgotten in previous 2 or 3 tables, category ID, brand ID, and I didn't set the primary key. So every ID first cat ID, brand ID, and products ID and customer ID will be, you have to set it primary. A unique ID cannot be duplicated, will be a redundant ID in whole database, whole itself in the table, it will be a redundant. So in this customer table, the ID will be redundant, a unique, and will not be duplicated. So I set it to primary. So you have to set all these all the in the table of category, brand, and products, it's primary. So that's it. Okay, and click save. Okay, the table has been created. So I have set it with the brands and categories and product ID to primary key. So that's all for the today and this lecture. I will see you in the next lecture. Take care. Bye bye.